Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Plastic Girl Club. I'm your host, Juliet Paola, but nobody gives a shit about me. I'm here with two of my favorite guests, friends, and total Miami girls, Alexia and Makeup by Chris Richards. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for
How are
coming.
you?
Welcome again.
Thank
This
you.
is Chris's return, but Alexia's first time, and we're
First
so
time.
honored. She's so busy. Thank you for coming. So introduce yourself, guys.
Let's go.
Well, you guys already know Chris. Apparently, he just loves to be here. My name is Alexia. I am a mom.
Yes.
First and foremost, I run and own a production company.
Nice,
So if you
nice.
guys ever need content,
What is the name of the company?
my company's name is Majestic Productions.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, Chris and I started together.
Oh my God, I had no idea, you guys. Why
Yes.
did you guys keep these secrets?
Small worlds.
Is it launched already? Everything's launched, or what are we in the works of right now?
Yeah,
Tell
I mean,
me.
we still do work together. So anytime I get a production, he's the makeup
the
person.
guru, the person right
always.
there. No, but I think you do a lot more than just makeup.
I bring the
I mean, he
vibes.
helps with everything, even with the podcast. He's like, move this, move
No, 1,000%. All of my clients do mention that they feel so much more confident with Chris around when they're shooting. So I always love
Being
for him
around,
to stay. And whenever he does a makeup and he tells me he has to go, I want to cry. I'm like, no, please. Like,
Please stay. I'll buy you
I'm
anything
like-
you want.
I literally tell him, I'm like, please stay. I'll get you like lunch, whatever you want. And
This podcast is about Chris.
Stop.
everybody loves Chris.
Okay, and Chris, just a little introduction of yourself
Back
again.
again.
Yes, again.
Back again, like I never left. Chris Richards, Miami makeup artist. It's amazing to be here. You know, can't complain.
This time around, we're like taking pauses because sometimes I'm like such a bad interrupter. And even like the production boys are always like, you need to shut the fuck up and let everyone talk. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. You guys are going to have to take over. But let's start. Let's get into it. I have my little notes here. And we're gonna go into a little bit of lifestyle, culture, a little bit of like beauty, and kind of like our hustle, like the way we represent ourselves and we carry ourselves. Because I do think that it's important to highlight the powerhouses that live in the city and that we are all connected. I mean, I know that there's also a bad side to that where there's a lot of competition or there might be a lot of like
It's a small town.
yeah, like nobody might like your stuff, but you know what? If you're around the people that are wholeheartedly wanting the best for you, that's like your crew. You need to like stick around, and I love
100%.
having you guys around for that reason. I know you guys
Thank you.
represent beauty and the culture in like such another level that like we need to put this on the map. All right, so let's get into it. This question is going to be a little bit for both of you, and you guys can start in your order. Don't fight. What are your thoughts on? Actually, we're going to start with this one. Describe what makes you feel your most beautiful self. Like, what do you think makes you feel beautiful?
I think, as you grow older, things change tremendously. And I want to make sure that this gets to all of our younger generation because, especially with social media, we're constantly comparing ourselves. And
Such a struggle.
And in this industry, like, revolved around social media and there's a lot of comparison. So I've learned to just find beauty within my uniqueness, right? Like even with my flaws, I have learned to feel the most beautiful like at all
Being
times.
yourself.
But mostly because of who I am inside. It's no longer like obviously I do love, the look and the hair
And the glam and getting like nice and
but
dressed
at the
up.
end of the day, I realized being around so many influencers and working with a lot of models that
Being
what
here in
makes you the most beautiful and attractive is your personality. So for all the girls,
Absolutely.
for all the girls out there comparing yourselves and like trying to look like
certain way.
every girl out there, just remember to be yourself and be kind. I think being kind, loving, and like accepting of others and really like helping out. Like,
Yeah.
like you reached out to me and I am
and you were like
1,000.
super down, and it's like
Absolutely.
crazy to me because it's special for me to think of people and then have like this plan, write it down, put it in paper. And it's funny because both of you were in like my original podcast like script or draft, which I typed, and I remember this was like the beginning of the year. I typed it down. I hadn't even reached out to you guys. It was just a thought in my
Yeah.
head, but just putting like the episodes together, like what I wanted to discuss with the listeners and people watching us. And the fact that when I did reach out, you guys were just so open and you've been nothing but supportive, and so has Alexia. And that's what I want to highlight. Like that it's not all about like, oh, I'm doing this or
Smoke
I
and
can't do
mirrors.
I can't do that because this is my cut or something.
It's just very hard. We live in a city where there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of competition. competition. There's a lot of people doing the same thing, and they think that shining light on others takes away from them. And again, I think that is what I find most beautiful. And when I find myself helping others and doing things that make me feel good on the inside is when I feel like, wow, I'm such a good person.
And it makes a big difference. It meant so much to me. And like from my personal perspective, I mean, both of you are just like heaven sent.
So I think being kind is when I feel the most beautiful.
Yes. Okay, Chris, when do you feel you're most beautiful?
Come on.
At all times.
Chris is a mean girl.
At all times.
Chris doesn't have an ugly side.
No,
He does not.
I have the ugliest side, but I'm honest about it. I work in beauty. I like making people beautiful. I love transforming a woman into like the best they can be, but also you have to be your number one fan. I'm not gonna lie about it. There's not gonna be someone else uprooting you more than you are yourself.
Absolutely.
You know?
No one's pushing you to do it. Like, you need to do
self-care,
this,
bitch.
babe.
Give me the bubble bath. Give me the blunt in my mouth in
The
front of the
makeup in front
mirror.
of the
Give me a
mirror.
mask on. Like, I feel most beautiful when I'm alone.
Yeah.
When I'm alone
Solitude.
in solitude.
Silence,
When I
a
have my
moment of
mind,
silence.
when I can just think to myself and hold myself up to that pedestal.
Yeah, and
There
then
is no
just-
pedestal, there's a crown there.
Oh,
You know?
Ooh, let's wear it.
That's all
Let's
I
wear
need.
it.
Let's put it on, guys.
We're on.
But you, be your number one fan.
No, and I love that about both of you. But what Alexa just said is so true, that you are somebody that's like pleasant to be around, because I don't know what part of you allows you to be beautiful, but allow other people to be beautiful. And that's what shines. Like,
Yeah.
really, we don't want to be like, oh, I'm prettier.
There's
or, oh,
no
I'm stronger. Or
competition.
I get more jobs. Or
There's-
I have.
There's never
That's not
competition.
the
The only
there's
no-
competition is with yourself and moving forward.
There's no competition. Literally, when you realize
Own your shit.
everybody is so different. And there's this quote from, what's his name? Dr. Seuss.
Okay. Take me back.
You are you, and there's nobody like you, and that's your power. Something
Yeah.
to that
Yeah,
extent.
yeah.
And
Very
having kids, I am a mom.
We
and
read
having
those books.
I really do understand the meaning of it. Like, there's nobody like me,
Yeah.
you know, and me giving work or like telling a girl
Money,
like
putting
you are
money in
so
someone's
beautiful
hands, you know?
is not going to take anything away from me, because whatever is meant for me, it's going to be for me.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to take it away.
And
True.
Lo que está para ti no te lo quita nadie.
Nadie. In English, in case you guys don't know, what is meant for you is there for you. There's another Cuban one that I love. It's like, si ves otra que se parece a mi, tumba la que es de cartón. I died. I was like, I'm not even Cuban, but that was like hilarious.
I'm not Cuban too. I have to say with
Colombian. Where are we from? Let's
Cuban Spaniard.
Colombian. Let's go.
Io sono italiana, sono nata, sono cresciuta a Roma. Però mia mamma è venezuelana.
Bellissima, travestiamo.
Okay, so
All right, let's go. Let's continue. That was good. I love that. I love everything you guys just said there, because it's like the reality. And we need more people, especially for the youth, how you were saying.
Honesty.
That we need to like just show that side, because it can be very intimidating for someone starting or trying to do stuff that we do, or like social media and
100%.
stuff. And it's very, very intimidating. So that's good. Now let's see. What is one piece of advice you'd give someone who struggles with feeling confident? Well, I think that kind of set it in. Or with somebody who is starting off with social media and is dealing with all these pressures, just to stay true to themselves, right? Everything that you just mentioned.
100%. Just be yourself and start. You
Yeah.
know, like just like you started this podcast, and you know, reach out to your closest friends for
Network.
for support. And if it's not even your closest friends, go reach out to anybody. Just be like, hey, I'm doing
But
this.
start.
Shy.
Start. Yeah, just start.
Start.
And a lot of times, what people don't understand, you have to do a lot of work for free.
You do.
A lot of the work to start off, it's free, and it's
Self-funded, and just like
Yes.
yourself, believing in yourself, believing in the things
But
that
if you
wanna
have
do.
that vision and you can just like go forward with it and start,
Pursue it. Do it.
Yeah.
Don't be lame, though. Don't be lame.
What do you mean? Don't be lame.
Don't be lame.
Don't do nothing whack. The production
something
company is
whack,
so sick,
okay?
though. I feel like there's other people too that are creative, but might not necessarily have like what I have, where I see the vision and I execute
Yeah.
it. They need the help.
Some
and
people
that's
need
when
help.
your production team
Some
comes
people
in.
need help, and some people don't know how to ask for help.
I mean, when I started Majestic Productions, I started solo, and now I have a whole team behind me. I do Majestic. That's why I called it Majestic Production Group. As far as like just when he's busy, I can reach out to another makeup artist, or when one of my videographers is busy with a client, I have another one, and I just give work to so many people, and that's what I love to do.
Yeah,
I just,
and it's important.
I found, you know, like
Community.
So true.
there's five love languages, and my love language is giving,
Helping others.
and receiving gifts.
Receiving.
I like receiving.
PO box.
I like giving, but I also love receiving.
Love it.
Come on
Love
now.
it. All right. So what are your favorite self-care or like beauty regimens? Like, what do you guys do to stay up with your like beauty game?
Gym. Be at the gym every day. Even though I'm a thick girl since birth.
There's nothing wrong with
There's
thickness.
nothing bad.
There's nothing
Okay,
wrong.
but
They
you know
love it
what?
too.
I'm at the gym every day. I'm eating healthy, you know. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, especially here in Miami. You don't want to be all cracky and everything. Like, look, come on. Some of us can look younger with a little moisturizer. You're in the heat all day.
Yeah.
Moisturizer, sunscreen.
Go
like,
get your
Take
derm,
the time.
your PA, your people that need to be taking care of your skin. Like you said this too, also like right before we started, that pregnancy does take like a big hit on like your overall well-being. Screw
Overall.
the belly and like the main thing that people talk about, like your pudginess
Yeah.
and like the fluctuation
Mental
of weight.
health.
Mental health, because you can get like super bad postpartum depression. I was lucky I didn't, but I know how difficult it is. And if you don't have like a group of people, even friends that support you, you can just fall
Honestly-
down this little rabbit hole and your skin, your body, your whole life
Look,
is like
honestly,
drenched
I
in
wouldn't.
breast milk.
This is why self-love is so important, because when you have a baby, I'm pretty sure you realize you're on your own. It's you and the baby
No
all
one
day,
else. Yeah.
nobody else. So
that's
yeah,
so
you may have friends, but your friends are still out there doing their thing. And I think we're at an age where everybody is focused on their lives, which is fair.
Yeah.
Um,
After the
so-
pandemic, everyone was like,
and
life is
also
over.
and also your partner, like your partner's not going to understand how you feel, how sleep deprived you are, how moody you are, how insecure you are of your body, like like
How
the
bad
change.
you feel, the smell, if you breastfed or if you're like,
There's just so
literally
many
never
things
focusing
within
on
Yeah.
like motherhood that you cannot rely on anybody but yourself. So it's very important that you take the time to prepare for motherhood, something I didn't prepare for, but I'm so happy I did it young and I was able
you
to
got it out
like
of the way.
to overcome like those obstacles. But I did realize it's a one man show. Like, you know, you're there breastfeeding you're up every 2-3 hours.
Taking them to and from practice. I know your kids are a little older, but
Yes.
like it's a transition that never ends. So it's not like it's. I
No,
know I
it's
asked you,
never
does it get
ending.
easier? And you're like, but it just changes and
For
it goes
sure.
with like
There's
the phases.
phases, everything. I think everything in life has its own phases, just like in relationships and
Friendships
I think
too.
Mother,
which
yeah,
leads us to the next topic.
yes. But yeah, definitely motherhood. It's a phase, and right now, you know, you're experiencing a beautiful phase. Enjoy it. Take them like.
You'll be the cool mom soon.
I'm
Yeah.
trying. I'm trying to be
Hi,
a cool mom, but it is a lot of work. Even right now to film the podcast, it's like, do I have childcare? Is my daughter like entertained? And I still get mom guilt, and I'm sure
And
you
in
go
the
through
back
that
of
when
your
you're
head,
working.
yeah.
But it's like if we don't get things in motion, we're never gonna make things happen.
Who's getting the bread?
For
Because obviously we're not making it.
No,
you know
exactly.
what?
Exactly.
When-
You're not picking it off the trees here.
you have those moments of guilt, but then when you do take the time to be with them and you realize, wow, I've worked so hard to be here in this
And enjoy
beautiful
this.
location and be able to disconnect for a week and just be with them and be present, and you can provide that lifestyle for them. That's when it's rewarding. In like the process, just like everything, you go work out, it's painful, and you're like, oh, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
This is so annoying. Everything hurts. But then when you look at yourself in the mirror and you put on that clothes and you feel great, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, now I can see why. And
That's
it's
a
the
big
same
motivation too. Like when you look good, your jeans are fitting a little better, or your bikinis, and you're like, damn, my
Yes.
legs are
Your
toned.
endorphins.
You're like, oh, I'm
Your
feeling myself
endorphins.
right now. I
You
need
leave
to
the
go hit
gym
that
and you're already
right
on a
now.
high.
Yeah, it's definitely like a high for me. It makes me feel better. I wish I was more dedicated than you because obviously your body showcases that. But it's hard. Like I said, mom, projects, things, work. It becomes a little bit of a side thing.
mean,
but
I-
we have to focus on that.
100%. I
And
think,
wellness.
like Chris said, the mental aspect of working out is just as important as the physical. And again, I realized that with time.
Yeah.
But I've also been an athlete my entire time, so I need to
You
work
also
out.
have that Italian bloodline. I mean, it's like
Italian
I'm like,
stallion,
We
baby.
can't compete, babe.
No, I definitely think, and I'm actually going to talk about this. Like I was feeling extremely depressed. Like, and I know on social media a lot of people are like, "Well, you seem happy," but again, social
Not
media
everything
it's
is the way that you
fake.
pitch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that has helped me a lot is to wake up in the morning, put on a cute outfit, and I know it sounds superficial, but it does help.
Yeah, it
do
does.
your hair, do your makeup before the gym. I mean, not before the gym, after the
Even
gym.
before, who cares?
But even
Show up
even
glam.
I'm huge on wearing like a cute outfit to the gym. Like that to me
That
is
is everything, right? That
crucial.
makes you want to
Yes,
go and work
100%.
out for sure.
So I put on my gym outfit. I go to the gym. After the gym, I get pretty, like, and I feel like I feel
Yourself.
myself, and then my day goes so much better.
Everything
Like,
from beginning
I
to
am
end.
so like on point, but when you kind of like say, oh, I don't feel good, and then you wear like baggy clothes and you don't do your hair, your makeup, then it kind of like your
You
entire
drag,
day is very like
There's
dragging.
nothing
Low
motivating you to
energy.
pursue other things. There's nothing
course.
pushing you to be like, oh, I could do this because I'm already dressed up, or let me stop and do this meeting here. Totally get it.
So
That
it's the
makes
little
so much sense.
decisions that can make such a huge difference in every day, and we're gonna talk about manifesting as well. But I think those little things have really triggered like my drive to
Pursue
feel
what you're doing.
better.
Yeah.
But it also everyone has a different schedule.
Yeah.
Like everyone's not us that we can wake up and go to the gym and get ready for the gym.
What?
do
Get
this.
up at 6 a.m. though.
Everyone
Do
needs
your
to
thing if
figure
you're
out.
nice. If
Everyone
you're-
needs to figure out their schedule and see what's making them feel worthy that day. A lot of people have 9 to 5s and wake up at 5 in the morning and everything. Like wake up
No,
a
I
little
get it. I'm
earlier,
just
get
saying,
yourself a
like,
little earlier.
Like situations, not I wouldn't say situations. I would say like actions.
No, or having a daily
Decisions.
routine, just like having something that you know, regardless of what happens throughout the week.
What makes you happy?
You did that for 3 days and you honored yourself. You honored your time. You set aside everything you needed to do to make that happen, whether it's setting it up before
sure.
work or setting up daycare for my baby so
Yeah.
that I can get out there and do it. But there's nothing better than feeling like that. Like once you get yourself done, you're out and going. Everything
Yeah.
else is so much better. So I
Everything falls
totally
into
agree.
place.
No, I totally agree. That's
My
super
drink is done.
significant. She's done with the drink. We need a refill. Alexia, what was the question that I asked Chris that I forgot? I just asked Chris the same thing. So what is your favorite beauty routine though, right? I mean, Chris said working out. I know you share the same, but what other beauty routines would you say are important in your
I
self-care?
would say I'm not the best with makeup. I always run to him.
You need to go to the professionals.
for advice. But I would say what I've discovered that I personally like. I'm not a big makeup person in the morning, and especially if I go to the gym like throughout the day, because my skin is so sensitive and it's so hot here in
Do
Miami.
you do treatments in your face and stuff like that? Or?
I do. I not regularly, not as much as I should. But I found this ice roller, which I am obsessed with.
You're like
So-
favorite right now.
Yes. So that has been like life changing for me. It closes up my pores, it tightens up my face, it like
I've even heard a crazy thing that in the shower, sometimes the heavy metals from what like pushes the water out of the, what do you call it, the faucet or what,
Yeah.
whatever, using water bottles. So it's like perfect water for your
Oh,
face as
yes.
opposed to like putting your face right underneath that with the heavy chemicals. I don't know. I've heard so many crazy things besides the ice. The ice is necessary, even plunging.
Even
Yeah.
plunging.
Like plunge
I
my
haven't
face.
done the plunging.
When I'm depressed, I
but
plunge. I'm like, I'm plunging
Hungover.
today. Yes.
You're like, get it together, bitch.
Absolutely, though.
But aside from that, I do Botox like every six months.
we need it. we all do.
Yeah.
This is natural.
I'm very expressive.
lying.
Liar.
I'm like-
liar. He's lying.
He's a liar. I was born this way.
Makeup,
I woke up
the
like
beauty.
this. So I do Botox
A
every
little treatment, a little something.
every about 6 months.
Lasers? Have you guys tried any lasers?
I love lasers.
The Clear and Brilliant.
Give
I
me the
haven't.
lasers. I just started PRP. I like PRP on my face.
PRP
I
in
just
your
started
face.
PRP on my scalp.
So did I, but I've
But
been doing it
facial,
for a
I'll
while.
do PRP facial, lasers I'm about. HIFU.
What is that?
HIFU is a laser that you can do
Going to
twice
the
a
Asian
year.
masseuse.
For real, Asian masseuse. HIFU is expensive. HIFU is one of the new
We're gonna
lasers
Google
that
this
is
afterwards, and we're gonna be like, how we were like
it's expensive.
yesterday.
I believe it's like $3,000 a round.
HIFU.
HIFU.
And what does
it's
it do? It's-
facelift. Like I started crying. You have to do 9 sessions of it back to back. And I started crying at one point.
Has
I
it been
don't even know
helping
why
with the
she's drinking my
laxicity?
drink.
That's it.
I'm
we
drinking
refill.
Chris's drink,
Switch it.
Horrible.
You can have mine.
It's
No,
okay.
no, I'm good.
Okay, let's continue. All right, let's see. Okay, so how do you guys find balance in your life? How do you navigate your lifestyle, relationships, work, and everything? How do you?
Oof, I'm a weirdo. I pull back. I pull back from everyone. I disappear. I don't like talking to people.
You do
I
the
need
solitude.
solitude. I need silence. I need to figure myself out by myself. I don't need someone in my ear telling me what I'm gonna do. Like everyone at the end of the day is gonna get advice from someone, turn around and do whatever they wanted to do. What have I learned? Fuck everyone.
Yeah, think
Fuck
about
everyone.
your own
Think
stuff.
about your own self. Think about your problem, what's happening to you. No one else knows what you're going through.
I think, like Chris said,
very
setting boundaries, which I think both of us didn't do for a long time, especially when you're
That's
high.
so
When you're
unspoken.
high energy and everybody kind of revolves around your energy to
Yeah.
make the
Up
party
from your
happen.
energy
you get
too.
strong.
And both Chris and I are very like,
No, so am I. I'm
we're
very high energy too.
Bring
Yeah.
bring the life to the party type person, right? So without like people crave your attention or like your
Sometimes
presence.
I feel drained too. Like
Yeah.
after if somebody
Yeah.
debulks or tells me like a super serious story, I'm like,
And
I
for-
shouldn't have heard that.
Yeah.
I'm like, please, now I have the secrets. I shouldn't.
And for a long time, like I was a people pleaser, like especially for my
Yes,
friends.
I
Like
could so relate with
I'm the
that.
type of
Yeah.
person that like
The
would do-
cheerleader.
would do it all for my friends, and I realized, wait a second, like nobody's
Who's
taking
who's
the
doing it for
moment.
me?
Yeah, it's taking the moment, and I don't do things to get anything in return. More so, like who is taking care of me, and I need to prioritize myself, my time. So I've learned to say no, even if it looks bad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if
No, you
people are
gotta
like,
do what makes,
well,
No
you feel
is a big
good.
word.
you didn't show up to this girl's birthday or whatever, and it's like, no, I didn't feel okay
To
go, and I need my time. And just like Chris, I retract, and I've learned to.
Have you learned that from Chris, or do you think that you do that?
No,
normally too?
I've always been that way, to a point
like
where
that's
it's
very
almost and setting boundaries and letting people know how you are. Like, hey, if I don't answer your phone call and I don't want to talk, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
I just
Don't want to talk.
don't want to. And a lot of people take it personal, and that's why it's very hard for me to create new relationships, because people don't understand that boundary
No,
of like,
people don't know.
Or your lifestyle
hey,
and
you
the
wanna
fact
work
that you have
out?
kids
Yeah.
too.
Hey,
Like
you want to work out?
if
Hey,
they
you
don't
wanna
have
go
kids,
to
it's gonna
dinner?
be really hard for them to get it. Like,
Yeah. No,
I've
it's-
learned that the hard way with
That's-
friendships, with
yeah.
people that have like. I didn't think that would do that to me, and I'm gonna get straight into it. I look for friendships that empower me. I look for friendships that uplift me, and I look for friendships and people that have the same aspects of life that I do, or see life the same way I do. We're all different, but that have the same like drive, and that we can dialogue and have like
Or
an awesome
friends that
talk.
are already there in the lifestyle you want.
No, and I had friendships.
to.
Yeah, I had friendships that lasted a really long time, and then I hit the standstill right after I got pregnant.
Yeah, of
and I was
course.
like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and I didn't get the same like response that I was hoping for,
Yeah.
and that set like a big tone for me, which is what you said. It's me and my baby, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I had to cut a couple people off, and,
Yeah.
and that might have been like super wrong. I mean, I've had conversations with those friends later on, but that's it. Like the scab was done. Like
Yeah.
we'll put a little band-aid on it and we'll
Band-Aid,
move
yeah.
on, because I'm not gonna harbor any negativity. I wish you the best. But relationships and friendships reach a standstill, and that relationship has an expiration date.
And
I
that's
do
why-
think friendships have expiration dates.
That's why I say I don't think it's
do.
expiration dates. It's just you either evolve with people or you just,
Go your own way.
Go your
Do
own way.
thing. And that
And-
could be awesome for
And
them.
that's
They could be
okay.
doing great things. But for me, it was like, no, that's
We can meet up halfway
it's,
and say hello, and then go back.
Do you want to meet in Brickell?
You want to have coffee?
being an adult is definitely like it does.
You never stop learning. You never stop growing.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. There's so much to grow. Some people aren't going to see the same. Some people are going to find happiness at the most minimal aspect you can think of. And like, that's not going to be your happiness. There's things we all strive for differently. And it's
And if you-
evolution.
Yeah, and if you start feeling weird around your friends, then maybe you shouldn't be around your friends. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you just posted something, I think, of like Rick Ross, and it was like a repost, and it was
Love the
like
boss.
Rick Ross was literally saying how he's so surprised that he'll go to somebody's page
His
and then
homeboy's
we'll have like
page.
3 likes. I mean, whatever, like 3
Yeah.
likes. It doesn't really matter, likes or
Yeah.
followers. But I'm saying 3 likes, and then he's like, "What about these 200 people that follow you? None of them. They
All
saw
your
your
homeboys.
stuff. They scrolled, and they didn't even think to be like, oh, heart, or oh, like, or let me repost or something." There's
100%.
no
100%.
community, at least in Miami. I don't know how the LA girls do it or how other people do it, but we need to change that. There
Look-
has to
Yeah.
be like a whole, you guys are not like
Respect
that. You
and
guys are so down, and you guys do stuff like that for people. And that's what I want to highlight, because there's
I
not
have realized that strangers are sometimes
better than your friend.
better than your friends. They're more supportive than your friends. Like I receive the most beautiful messages from my followers, and that's why it's true. It's true.
I was
And
going to cry for the follower.
I thought they were sending stuff to P.O. boxes. We need to put the
No.
P.O. box address.
no, I really do, and that's why.
PO Box
That's why
332-154.
as much negative as there is on social media, there's also such a beautiful aspect to it, where there's like a community of people that really are genuine and really do follow you because they grasp something from you.
And it's
Pay
mostly
attention.
strangers, right? It's
But
mostly
they
people
pay
that are not in
attention.
your friend group, which
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks,
Yo,
yeah.
It really
Strangers
sucks.
pay attention, guys.
Then I have my friends.
that comment nonstop.
don't even comment on my photo at times, and I'm like,
She wants the most elaborate comments
I'll text a
sometimes.
friend real quick, like, girl, put a heart. What are you waiting for?
La
What
más
are you-
bella del mundo, Alexia Enguayo.
Alexia, I'm gonna start writing now.
Yes.
I feel like you look stunning
I
here, my love. I
feel
feel
like-
like this is
like a Shakespeare poem.
You're a warm summer breeze in my wet autumn air.
Okay, so we all agree that what we look for in friendships is people with the same like mindset and that like can have empathy for what we're going through in times because maybe 5 years
support.
before when I wasn't
Support.
pregnant, I was like funner or
Support
like
is
unchanging.
the word.
Whatever.
Support is the word because I've realized, again, I want to mention that, you know, I haven't been feeling my best, but
Yeah.
I realized I've been going through this shit by myself.
yeah.
So your so-called friends, if they see you, actually, if they don't see you,
Yeah.
there's a reason why. And
Yeah.
if they're not checking up on you, there's a like, hey,
Check
why?
out.
So it's all fun. And, no,
here.
it's all fun and games
is.
when you can invite them to a nice party, when you
Or
can
dinner.
have a
Or
good
are we
time.
going
Yeah.
to like, you know, it's a deserted island?
But what about when you're crying in your bed by yourself? Where
Yeah.
are those friends?
So
I
you
think-
look ugly, you feel ugly because you're pregnant. You're like,
Exactly.
What's happening to my life?
Exactly.
cry.
That was I spent half of my pregnancy dolo, like 6 months straight,
Same.
no French support, no nothing. I
Same.
think I could count like 3 friends on my hand.
Same.
And I didn't even want to talk to people.
And that's
so.
like, yeah,
like, I'm over
again,
this.
I feel
it's
you.
all fun and games, and you think you have friends, but you really do realize who your friends are when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
When you can't give them anything other than just your love,
Yeah.
your friendship, and nothing else.
And that they could respect the times that you want to spend alone too. When we don't want to talk to them, that they
Exactly.
could be like, "It's okay. I know what you're going through. I'll talk to you in 5 days. Do you want to hang out? you want to
I
take some
disappear,
photos?"
bitch. I disappear.
Okay, so now
I'm like, I don't want anyone to call me. I don't want anything. Like, bye.
So I asked Chris this before we started shooting, like, what is his favorite pastime in Miami, or like, what are his favorite things to do? And he literally said, "Stay home." So
Yeah.
he's like,
weekends.
"That is my
what are
fun."
what are my weekend plans?
Yeah, stay
right
home.
now, if it's not making me money, stay
Let's
home.
do it.
I don't even want to see my friends.
yeah,
Stay home. I'm remodeling things right now.
Yeah.
We're all in different aspects.
yeah, no.
Like
And-
I don't
and-
need to be in the streets. Like the
If there's
streets
no
cause
money.
me problems. They cause me problems. I just got into a car accident.
No.
And Eden Rock lost my car for 2 days. Hi, Eden Rock. Okay,
Don't say.
so let's not
we
start
need a
jumping.
free stay.
Yeah.
We need a full production.
We
at
need
the
a full,
Eater-
for real. I need a full production.
Let's manifest. Let's get into the manifesting and affirmations.
We need a room.
My favorite affirmation is, "You got this. You got this. No matter what's happening, the struggles, you got this."
You always got this.
What is your favorite affirmation, Chris?
What's my favorite affirmation? I am worthy. I am worthy of everything I've ever wanted in this life.
Okay. Alexia, what is your
So
affirmation?
for my cousin who's going to watch this, she is so funny and I love her so much. And we always see each other and we say this. And she told me, wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, tell me how good life can get. Tell me how good life can get. And she just says it when we just say
Repeat it, say it out
Yeah.
loud. And that's so true. I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, if that was true, I could win the lotto." No, it's not even about like
No.
money. I'm talking about like calling things into like reality
Existence.
and
Yeah.
saying, "I'm gonna do this." Even my podcast. Hello,
course.
I'm a podcaster now. I'm on this fucking platform and I got the hottest girls in Miami and we're
Yes.
talking real shit. Friendships, lifestyle,
go.
motherhood. I mean, you call this into existence. And a lot of times I say that. I want good things to come to me. I want positive things to happen. And they do. You just have to believe in
Beautiful
yourself. You have to
things.
really wholeheartedly trust that you are able to do these things and then watch it happen and then enjoy yourself with like a little drink by the pool. Just do what you got to do, right?
I
Yay.
believe it.
Okay,
Yes.
so lastly, because we're almost at the end, we are gonna do favorite vacation getaways and products to take. So just to like close everything in and like really what defines us as Miami girls, like what our culture, like pretty much this culture that raised us, like the city. It's such a
Yeah.
beautiful landscape. It's such a beautiful city.
We're on vacation.
Exactly. It's so hot.
I mean, a lot of things have changed in Miami, but I feel like
But it's so
core,
beautiful.
core Miamians.
Get
The
it.
real deal Miamians, the ones that were here before the high rise.
For real.
Before coronavirus.
89, boo.
I just feel like we all like carry this personality type inside of us that is like self-care, self-love, and also empowerment and drive. Because a lot of us are hustlers. A lot of us have our own little entrepreneur companies going on. And a lot of us are also really into taking care of ourselves, whether it's hair, nail, makeup.
Some of us come from families of immigrants that came over and have
do.
built from the bottom up.
Some of us just moved here alone.
For real, look at you.
And have made things
Alone
happen. And have
before
made so many things happen.
OnlyFans, not that anyone's on OnlyFans
Feet
here.
Finder. I
Feet
heard that you can
Finder.
get a couple bucks from
Chris
there.
has
But
an
if you're
OnlyFans.
creating
I
content,
have all the fans.
but if you're creating content with purpose and that's meaningful and that could connect with people that are watching you, I think that really makes a big difference. Both of you make content that is like pretty much very original to you.
Yeah.
Reels, shorts, and even your content when you're like highlighting a client or something, it's just so like raw. I love like that aspect of both of you. What is like your favorite, just to close it off for anyone looking to make content? What's your favorite part of creating content? Because 2023 has offered us so many navigating platforms to make money on, besides making money just to create.
Yeah.
So what would be like your favorite advice to someone creating content today?
So being in the industry and owning a production company, I don't practice what I preach, because, but I have realized, no, I haven't realized. I do know that people have switched completely their interest into like, we no longer care about the pretty photo. We don't.
Nope.
We no
Video
longer
form.
care. We no longer care about your beautiful physique. We want to know, how did you get your physique? What are you
makes you
eating?
you?
What is your workout routine? Same thing, like, oh, I love your outfit. Yeah, you can take a super cute photo in it, but how did you get that outfit? Where did you get it? How did
Can
you
put it
style
on? Let me see how
Show
you put it
me-
on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Show me
Show
how.
Show me your background.
Show me like.
What's your closet?
So-
you're working on your closet.
I'm working on it.
So a long story short is feeding value to your audience,
Yeah.
not just your pretty face and your beautiful body,
or
or
make a facade of something.
Of
exactly.
course.
We
You
all have real
have-
lives.
so-
So
Your
pinch me, I'm real.
skincare.
Exactly. So it's all like inspiring, but inspiring and also
Creative in your own way.
Exactly.
What about you, Chris? What's your favorite part about making content? What's your favorite app? What do you like to use?
What's my favorite app?
Not Feed Finder.
I really can't tell you guys what my favorite app right now is because it's
Beep.
really expensive. But
TikTok.
you know, I'm a TikTok stalker. I'm not gonna lie. I am going to open up on doing more, which I was talking
Get ready
to you
with
about.
me and
I'm
stuff
gonna
like
start
that.
doing get readies with me, everything. I'm tired of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I have an amazing company on the rise right now.
You do,
I will
baby.
be a mogul pretty soon.
No,
and I
you
can't
are a
wait.
mogul, my love.
Yeah, I
That's it,
just can't wait to.
affirmation. Yes.
I can't wait
We
to.
all are.
We're jumping on the jet. I gotta
we all
go.
like hand it? We all
Yes.
are. All right.
But right now I'm still learning myself. I've always had this picture that everything needs to be perfect. No, everything doesn't need to be perfect. Everything needs to be raw. People need to see you
Your
and
real
understand
essence.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I've realized, and I want to also talk about this, is you need a team. You can't do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
I
And we're
can't
putting-
do this without
yeah.
any of the boys in the back. I mean, D
you, guys.
and my boy Y, LH Studio.
can't. You need a
the
team.
best. It took a couple little cockroaches.
couple
We had to.
hits.
You need help. You need all the help in the world, whether it's, you're starting off and you don't have the funds to do it. Just, reach out to a friend, say like, hey, I want to do this.
Shoot a
Help me.
dollar.
Put 5 on it. Everyone put 5 on
Everyone
it.
put 5 on it. We were so
5 on it.
good for
Make
a
my
blunt,
dreams
right?
come true.
I got 5 on it.
But yeah, definitely you need
Make
a team.
content that's good and also create a team because you can't do it alone. And part of being successful is realizing that. You can't just do everything on your own. You got to do what. Thank you, Alexia. This is
You're
like
welcome.
this is the
That's-
friendship
that's
I'm
what you
looking
needed.
for. I
Fix
don't
your
need
hair.
someone that lets me walk around with a booger for hours or like something in my teeth.
Guys, let your friends know when they have something on their fucking teeth.
I know.
Please.
Be supportive.
Don't be that friend. I don't want to look in a mirror and have something on my veneer. Like, let your homegirl know. Jesus
So
Christ.
true. I want to thank both of you for making the time out of your
you.
busy schedules. You with your makeup
love
artist.
you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love Alexia
Give me a
too.
little hand
Can we
hug.
hug? Can we hug?
We
For
can
your
roll. A
busy
little seance.
schedule, with your kids and everything that you have going on, both of you. I so wholeheartedly appreciate this time.
Thank
I know
you
this
for having
episode is
us.
going to be very fire. It's going to be super good for the industry, for people that are
Yeah.
looking to just find out a little more about the real Miami girls and like what we have, which
We'll
is
be
a lot.
back.
which is a lot. So if you found this episode helpful, make sure to follow at the Plastic Girl Club on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Pinterest. I mean, anywhere that you have
Anywhere
social
you
media
can, Google.
page.
Google
What
it.
is it? Anywhere, okay? And then can you guys share? Can you guys share your social media, please?
I'm Chris Richards.
At Chris Richards.
At Chris Richards.
Mine is going to be a little hard
Do
to.
both the production team as well.
So, Majestic Productions, it's the production company, obviously, and Alexia _ Inguanzo. You're never gonna remember that.
What?
Inguanzo.
Inguanzo.
Go like this. Go like
Underscore.
this. To see if they read where your hands are.
Inguanzo. We love sharing this space with you guys. Thank you so much. And make sure to follow and subscribe.
Bye, guys.